The blood full moon will be happening on the 20th of October 2021. This is a collective message for everyone. Now, this full moon will be happening in the sign of Aries, while the sun is in Libra with Mars in Libra. And we have Pluto in Capricorn creating this T square. We have a lot of cardinal energy during this full moon. So this is intense energy. Okay? In layman terms, very intense energy. It's about basically initiating change and wanting to create change in your life, given that the moon is in Aries. Aries is ruled by Mars. And Mars is related to basically the god of war. So this is where we want to be brave, courageous in taking and making changes within our lives. Very true, and that can be the positive aspect of this. But definitely a full moon, because of it being so tense, so heated, right? Aries is a fire sign, so much of heat. Our feelings will be very, like where we reach boiling point. Because basically, when we think of Aries, that's the energy. It's motivated. Yes, it's passionate. Yes, it's about taking charge and being a leader. But also because of this T square, it can create a lot of aggravation, feeling irritated, feeling annoyed. This is where we want to detach from any dramatic situations. Most definitely, because things can get really heated really quickly with this kind of energy, right? So that is very important. Use this energy to rather be the leader in your life, to be courageous in your life, to take charge, to create changes within your life. That would be the ideal way to utilize this energy. Now, because of this T square happening with Libra, which is about relationships, right? Both personal, professional, anyone that you relate to. Aries rules the sense of self, right? And this will be creating this T square to Capricorn, which is in Pluto, all cardinal signs. Think about that. Pluto is about transformation, endings, things wanting to come to where we have to accept certain things, especially in power struggles and power dynamics. So if you are feeling like during this full moon, there's quite a lot of power struggles, there's quite a lot of dynamics that are basically creating a lot of change in your life, it might feel kind of dark. It's actually the moment where the light goes out and you might think to yourself, oh my goodness. But just before the darkest moment, right, there shall be light again. Things will come to light during this full moon. Things that need to come to light will come to light, but certain things are going to need to end. Certain things are going to need to change. And that is okay. But it's important to note that you need to take charge. You need to become empowered. You need to be motivated. You need to find a sense of power within yourself and detach from any situations that are kind of manipulating you, controlling you, any power struggles. You need to see those energies. You need to see those energies where they're holding you back and keeping you bound, keeping you back from your authentic self. Remember, we're talking about the sense of self. Aries is the first house of self. So this is where we think for ourselves. What is good for me? Is this healthy? Is this unhealthy? When the truth comes out, because it is a full moon, the truth needs to come out and things need to come to light. We need to look at situations that are holding us back. During this full moon, it would be a good idea to work with protection crystals to protect your energy because of the intensity when it comes to our relationships. Now, this can be love or professional. When it comes to Libra, it rules the house of relationships, basically being in partnership with. So anyone that you are relating to, anyone you're communicating with, anyone that you are basically have to have that dynamic of one-on-one, we in that Libra energy. And that's what Libra season is about, bringing balance to those aspects. Now, having an Aries full moon shows where we need to release aspects where we've given too much of our power away. And the power struggles come with that Pluto energy, where we've given too much of our power away, where we've said yes to things we shouldn't have said yes to, where we've depleted ourselves, where we have given a lot of ourself away when we shouldn't have. So notice that where you have to pull your power back, that's very important. Also, because of the harshness. And when we talk that energy, it's a full moon, a blood full moon in the sign of Aries. And Aries is, like I said, heated, blood boiling. Yeah, you're bound to feel tense. And that means the people around you are bound to feel tense. And I would also suggest, if you know any situations that are going to become, how can I say, intense, rather step aside it would be the best thing for you to do for your own safety, your own security, your own stability, your own sense of peace. Let's remember that Libra rules harmony and peace. What can you do to create that balance and bring peace back to your life? So step aside from anything that you can see that's going to, tip or become too explosive. If you are in a situation that you're dealing with people, once again, that are temperamental, quick to temper, quick to argue, quick to have a comeback, snap at you, say something back, now would be the time to disengage. Now would be the time to, or even if you are in a situation where this does happen, maybe it's time to come to acceptance that this is who this person is and this is their journey and this is where they're at now, and you can't change that. The only change can be the change you have within yourself. I would definitely watch my energy, watch where I'm putting my energy, and what do I want to fuel? Because that's the thing about Aries. Think of it that way. It likes to fuel things. It's a fire sign. Where do you want to use that energy to, be motivated, be inspired, be passionate? You can find the drive under this full moon. Especially if there's something that you really want to put your energy towards. But if you find yourself in tricky situations, it would be definitely the time to be empowered. And it's not really, like you're running away, but you are not getting to a point where this is just going to go back and forth, be aggressive, be tense. And oftentimes when a lot of change happens, people become tense. And that's what it is when we are in Libra season and we're having an Aries full moon or cardinal signs. It's about change. And when it comes to change, and when people feel stuck and want to change, that's when you see that, tense frustration and aggravation and tempers can fly. So, before anyone flies off the handle and loses their cool, take some time to really see where you want to put your energy and what you want to do with it. Very empowering full moon. I would use it to empower my energy, to empower myself, to protect myself as well. This full moon, remember, full moons make us sensitive. During full moons, especially this full moon, you might find it difficult to sleep, especially because it's in Aries, right? Aries is get up and go, and the moon is about rest. So it might make you feel rather, like lacking sleep, which can lead to exhaustion. You could have headaches, right? You need to drink a lot of water during this full moon, feeling overwhelmed, feeling anxious, feeling restless, also feeling under sometimes a lot of criticism from others. Remember, we are in that energy of Libra. So we are, the sun's still there. It's illuminating and showing us aspects of others, while the moon is in our feelings, where we can actually intuitively pick up that this is what's coming off this person, this is what's coming off this situation, and really questioning whether it is safe for us. And that's the key word during this full moon, is safe. Because under an Aries full moon with so much of passion, like I said, passion can quickly turn into frustration when things don't go the way that it should, instead of understanding that things work in divine timing and everything falls into place when it should. Those are the energies of frustration and stuff. And when people can't handle that, you need to be aware of that and how this energy affects not only yourself and others, so that you can basically find the balance. As above, so below. So what happens in the sky affects us down here. What happens, in the universe affects us and how we feel and how we manage and handle it. So our awareness is key to basically mold ourselves in ways in which we don't find ourselves in, becoming impulsive. If you are aware of the energies that can be triggering, let's say that, because this full moon can be very triggering to us on every level, because it's so intense, so much of this energy and feeling pulled in different directions, right? Now would be the time to really sit back and be aware of it. And when we're aware of something, we can work with it. But if we aren't aware of it, we just feel triggered. We just want to snap. We want to let loose. We want to let up all this pent-up rage. That's it. It's pent-up rage too. When we're talking about Aries full moon, it's emotions that haven't been dealt with. It's feelings that have been suppressed. And when it explodes, it's all over the place, right? And there's a big cleanup. So knowing that your feelings can be so intense during this full moon, take some time, let go, release. Those are the things that you can do. Shadow work, where we actually delve into why is this triggering me? Where is this stemming from? Have I given too much of my power away? Is that why this person feels I cannot say no to them right now? Is that what is going on right here? Have I been manipulated? Power struggles, remember? Is it a work situation that's just taking so much of my energy and I'm feeling so depleted? Those are the things we're looking for. When you look at it that way, where you actually taking the time to see, okay, this is what's triggering me. Where has this pattern stemmed from? What have I been doing, within myself, basically? Is this not the first time I've given my power away? Why am I doing this? Do I need to be liked? Do I want to feel if I do this, like I will get ahead, or this will help me in some way? Is it really serving me to do this, or is it just breaking me down even further? Important aspects to look at, and that's where we're going very deep, because this is an intense energy during this full moon. So it's taking us really deep into ourselves, really see patterns in others, really see the patterns that we basically feel triggered by in others as well, and having to find out, why does this trigger me? Why is this always the case? What needs to change? Is there something about me where I just keep giving in? Do I need to change it? Why do I give in? Do I feel if I do this, I really like this person, and maybe that's how I feel I'm showing affection, but all I'm doing is basically becoming a doormat, or showing this person I'm always available. The thing is, when we're always available for people, they always think we have all the time in the world for them. Right? So where do people are not used to it when you start saying no, when you've been having all the time in the world for them. Power dynamics are big during this full moon, and it's something to work with on basically witnessing it in others and how they deal with power struggles, and whether they try to control, whether they feel out of control. How do you feel? Do you feel triggered? And how you can work with that. But an empowering full moon for the sense of self to basically release these energies that are basically, we'll be putting our time into energy in situations that are just not working, in a sense where we feel like this is just making me feel bad. It's making me feel controlled, manipulated. It's making me feel, and manipulation, do this for me, do that for me. All those kinds of things, or deceptive, or creating an illusion for ourselves. We're breaking free of patterns and cycles, but we need to look at ourselves and see, why do we feel triggered? Because that's where the true healing lies. When we look at what triggers us on a deep and personal level of what it is. Do I feel that I'm not worthy of something, that I have to strive to give others more, and that's why I have this within me? Looking at those things, we're talking about worth here, because remember, Aries rules the sense of self. This is where we believe in ourselves. This is where we feel confident. Why are you lacking confidence? All of those things. Aries is about feeling empowered, confident, go-getter, leader. You're taking charge. You got this, right? So now it's looking at aspects where we don't feel those things, where we feel undervalued, lack of sense of self-worth, not confident. Where we feel like, maybe I don't feel so great about myself, so I need to do this, I need to do all these things. You don't. Now you need to take a step back, focus on you. And like I said, be safe during this full moon. You don't want to be in a situation where people who are losing their cool are quick to temper, and we do get those people who don't know how to handle anger. Okay, because all anger is pushing you to make a change in your life, but some people don't know, and it becomes very explosive. And we don't want to be in those situations that are dramatic and ugly and messy. So take your time and spend some time with you during this full moon. Thank you so much for watching this video. My website is linked down below if you'd like to book a reading, and if you appreciate this content, my PayPal is linked down below. Thank you.